All right, guys, so I have 15 minutes to make a 10-minute video. So let's try and get it done. Now, the topic that I want to talk about is the Hellcat Redeye. And the reason why I'm talking about it is because Allpar is reporting that the first Redeye has now rolled off the assembly line. And before we talk a little bit about the Redeye and my thoughts on the Redeye, because I'm a big fan, I just need to get a little bit of a rant off my chest. Off my chest. Hold on, show me how to punch again. That's how you punch? Mm-hmm. Do it again? Okay. Oh. I think I know how to do it. All right. Okay, so number one is I am insanely quick to block people. Okay, it has nothing to do with you disagreeing with what I say on these videos. It has to do with the way that you conduct yourself. Okay, I am very quick to block trolls. I am very quick to delete stupid comments. The reason why is because I try to respond to everybody's comment, and through a year and a half of uploading videos, I have now eclipsed or surpassed the 700 video mark, and I have a lot of videos. And the idea is that right from the beginning, if I were to block a troll, I do not have to deal with them later on. Okay, I am not like every other YouTuber. I don't upload a video and just forget about it. Okay, I actually continue interacting with people, and when I hit my comments section, I know that they're legitimate comments. They're not, little twerps that are just trying to start conflict. And so that is just the way that I try and run my channel. Anybody that is subscribed and has the ability to comment, I consider you guys part of a club. We're all in this club together, and you don't walk up to someone's driveway and call their car a piece of crap. I would never do that, and anybody that thinks that that is okay just shouldn't be a part of this club. So that's my thoughts on it. What I'm learning is that there's a lot of little trolls out there. They just have way too much time on their hands. I see a bunch of them, on every single Mopar channel, and it's like, oh God. You guys, some of them need to get a life for real. All right, so let's jump into the Redeye. Now, I was on Allpar, and it was saying that we can potentially start seeing these Redeyes on the street and on the drag strip soon, which I'm extremely excited about. For anybody that is not, too knowledgeable about the Redeye, it is basically the top tier Hellcat now. And a couple of things that kind of set it apart from the regular Hellcat that was introduced in 2015 is that, number one, the horsepower and torque were bumped up. And the horsepower is closing in on 800 horsepower. And that's a lot. That's almost 100, more than the regular standard Hellcat. The pricing of it would be in the high 70s, I believe, depending on how you option it out. If you get the wide body, if you get the, I guess you could call it the narrow body. One thing that's cool, and, I know a lot of people are still not a fan of it, is the dual snorkel hood. I believe that that's going to somehow help performance. The Redeye also grabs quite a bit of technology from the Dodge Demon. And this, I believe, is going to translate into higher sales. And the reason why is because I think there's a ton of people out there that were interested in the Demon and couldn't get their hands on one. So, a lot of those people, that were trying to get their hands on one saw the price of some of these Demons that were going up for sale. And I remember a few months back looking on eBay and seeing one for $500,000, one for $300,000. And it was getting a little crazy out there with these Demons. And they obviously they sold up real quick. It's a limited production vehicle. But I think this Redeye is going to be a big hit because you're not going to have to, really sell your house for it. Okay, there's going to be a lot of people that, it's still a lot of money. Okay, I wouldn't be able to afford it, but there's quite a few people that can actually afford this, and you'll see a lot of people actually working on the Redeye. They're actually going to fix it up. They're going to mod the hell out of it. And out of factory, we went over the horsepower. It's almost 800 horsepower. Out of factory, it does a 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. It does a quarter mile in 10.8, I believe it is, at like 130 plus miles an hour. And you know, that's unbelievable. I mean, what people are doing with the regular Hellcats with just, you know, a tune, a pulley, exhaust, and some tires, I mean, they're getting some unbelievable numbers. So, you know, you do those same modifications with that Redeye, and, you know, you're flirting with the 9s now, you know, and I think this is going to be a massive hit for those that, you know, really have YouTube channels, develop content for YouTube channels. I think it's going to be a massive hit for those that, you know, hit up the drag strip frequently, for the amount of money that you spend, for the amount of performance that you're getting with these Hellcat Redeyes. It's going to be difficult to beat, you know, and this is pretty much the highest horsepower or the highest performing vehicle that you can purchase, and it's not something that you have to kill your bank for. You know, a lot of people, they diss the Hellcat on the fact that it can't handle, and I'll tell you what, I disagree, man. Those Hellcats can take some turns, and you know, that the suspension that's on there. I was in one the other day, Hellcat BB's. Look her up on Instagram, and she was whipping us around in that Hellcat like nothing I've ever seen before. It is insane what you can do in those Hellcats. And I believe there's actually a video of a guy professionally driving on a road course and just completely tearing it up in a Charger Hellcat. So, you know, the Hellcat is certainly overlooked when it comes to handling and everything. So I think bang for buck and what you get for the money, I don't think you could beat it, you know? So, you know what, guys? That is what I have to say about the Redeye. That is what I have to say about the Hellcat and it potentially, you know, coming out soon and everything. And you know what? Thank you for hearing me out on my rant. I do appreciate all the support that this channel continues getting. You guys rock. And for all those that continue spending that time to watch these videos and liking and commenting, you know, I do appreciate it, guys.